Hello, I am Sandra Diane Newton, and I am a semi-retired Neo-Reichian therapist. And after 30 years of working with clients, I have become an author. And the following is a book I wrote for children. However, several months after writing it, I reread it and realized it was actually a book for adults. This is a wonderful story about an owl named Hoot and a squirrel named Squire. Hoot and Squire, the question of who. In a quiet forest where moonlight spilled through ancient trees and the stars whispered softly to the earth, there lived a wise old owl named Hoot. And each night Hoot perched high in the branches of his beloved oak, the oldest tree in the forest, and gently called into the darkness, "Who, who, who?" His call floated on the wind like a question wrapped in a lullaby. The trees listened, the flowers listened, even the wind seemed to pause. All the forest creatures had grown used to Hoot's nightly song. They never questioned it. That is, until one clear night when a curious young squirrel named Squire scurried up the great oak to see for himself. Squire was lively, bright-eyed, and full of wonder. He sat beside Hoot, twitched his ears, and listened. After a while, he gently and politely asked, "Excuse me, Hoot, why do you keep saying who?" Hoot turned his wise moonlit eyes toward the young squirrel. After a thoughtful pause, he replied, "I say who because I am asking a question." "A question? What kind of a question?" "A very old and important one. I am asking, who am I? Who are you? Who is anyone?" Squire blinked. "But don't you already know who you are?" Hoot smiled gently. "When I ask who, I begin to see who I am not. I slowly discover who I truly am." Squire grew quiet. He looked up at the glowing moon, then back at Hoot. "Maybe I should start asking who, too." Hoot nodded. That would be a very wise beginning. They sat together in stillness. Leaves rustled, crickets chirped, a distant stream hummed a lullaby. After a while, Hoot spoke again. "When you ask, who am I, you begin to turn your attention inward. You stop looking only at the world around you and start listening to the world within. You begin to notice what is real and what simply passes. You remember something ancient inside of you, a part that has always been wise, always kind, and full of light. You don't need to become someone else. You only need to be still and listen." Squire didn't fully understand everything, not yet, but something warm and peaceful stirred within him, like a forgotten melody. He leaned closer and whispered, "Who, who?" And from high in the ancient oak, two voices sang softly in the night. After a moment, Squire looked up again. "But Hoot, if you already know who you are, why do you still sing who every night?" Hoot's golden eyes shimmered. "I sing it to remember." "Remember what?" Hoot closed his eyes. "To remember that I am not just feathers and wings, not just a bird in a tree. I am part of something vast, something beautiful, timeless, and wise. And each time I ask who, I listen for the silence that follows. In that silence, I feel the breath of the forest, the hush of the moon, the presence of the stars. It reminds me that I belong and that we all do. Squire placed a small paw against Hoot's side. His heart felt full, as though it had found something it hadn't known it was searching for. Who, who? And so night after night, beneath the moon and the endless sky, Hoot and Squire sat together in the branches of the old oak, asking the question that opens the door to everything. Who? Hoot and Squire. The question of who, by me, Sandra Diane Newton, available on Amazon and my website, booksforthesouls.com. Again, booksforthesouls.com. Thank you.